Hello everybody, and welcome to Blow Your Brains Out Reviews. I'm very happy to bring this blog. Um, it is just a better way for me to put the content out there that I want to put out. I can do news, I can show you trailers for upcoming things, and as always, the bread and butter. I really don't know if you call it bread and butter because I don't really get paid to do any of this, so. But the video reviews. So, without further ado, I bring you the very first Blow Your Brains Out review. That rhymed. Anyway, will be Secret Life of Jeffrey Dahmer. Now, I saw this on VHS back when I was like 13 or 14, and the Dahmer case was still probably in the news. This broke when I was like 12. He got caught in July of '92, and I knew a little bit about it. It was everywhere. My mom wasn't somebody that was like, "Hey, you can't watch this." So, and she explained a little bit, but I was 12 when she told me, so she didn't tell me all the details. But I pretty much got it once I watched this. And I remember it disturbed the hell out of me when I was that age, because I hadn't really seen anything like it. But the film follows all the murders pretty much. It starts in Bath, Ohio when he committed his first murder, and all the way through his grandmother's house, through the apartment, and up to when he was arrested. And it is certainly the most accurate portrayal of the murders that I've ever seen, and probably it's probably the most accurate out there. I've seen a couple other Dahmer movies, and they're a little not romanticized, but dumbed down. You don't get the full impact. This shows it very unflinchingly, and not in gore per se, but just the way it's presented to you. It is through the perspective of Dahmer. Carl Crew, who wrote the film, wrote the script, plays Dahmer, and there's a lot of voiceover stuff by him, talking about reasons why he did it, the way he was feeling when he did certain things. So you're sort of in the backseat of Dahmer's mind, and you're flying on the wall in these places, in his grandmother's house and in his apartment. And it's this very sort of claustrophobic feeling after a while, because most of the film, you don't really see the outside of his apartment. You don't really see the outside of his grandmother's house. Here and there you will get where he picked up somebody, at a bus stop or at a bar, but they're very quick. So the majority of the time, you're in Dahmer's apartment. You're in Dahmer's grandmother's house when he's doing all these terrible things. And it becomes a very claustrophobic, very unsettling feeling. I've read a few other reviews on it, and they talk about how this is one of those movies that makes you want to take a shower afterwards. I don't know that it's that powerful, but it is certainly unsettling. It will probably make you squirm a little bit here and there, and not because of gore or anything like that. This film is not exponentially gory. Not that it doesn't show the murders, not that there's a lot of cutaways or anything, but it's just that you're in there with him while he's doing these things, and you can't get out, man. I mean, you can't get out. Also, I think what adds to it is it was shot on 35, but to me it looks like 16. That could just be the print quality, I don't know. But it has a very gritty, grimy type feel to it. And Carl Crew did a fantastic job playing Dahmer. When you first see him on screen, he reminds you more of like a athletic frat boy. and you're going, ooh, I don't know, this guy playing Dahmer, I'm not sure, because Dahmer always kind of, when you see him and when you see him talk, he kind of, he's not hard to believe that he was a murderer. You know, he looks like a pedophile. I know one of his younger pictures, I think it was right after he was arrested for, God, I don't know what they arrested him for. It's when he was caught with that young boy, one of the two brothers that became victims. Well, the first brother got away, but he became a victim. I guess a mental type thing. He didn't die, but he was definitely drugged and things were done to him. But that I think it was a mugshot of after that arrest. He's got those glasses on and that fucking mustache. He looks like a pedophile. So when you first see Carl Crew, you kind of go, ah, this guy's like kind of like a frat boy. I don't know. But as the movie goes on, you really believe he's Dahmer. He does a fantastic job. This movie's very well acted. Even though all the people that got to be victims were very good. Probably the worst actor in the whole bunch is the woman who plays his parole officer. And that could just be because also she was badly dubbed. Well, not dubbed, but I guess her ADR wasn't very good. But extremely well made. Very unsettling. Not disturbing to the point where I think you need to take a shower, but definitely squirm-worthy. Extras on the disc are a commentary with director David Bowen and the star Carl Crew. Some interesting things are said in the commentary. It's entertaining. They don't talk a whole lot about the filmmaking. They talk a lot more about the case and their motivations behind making it. Because when this came out, I mean, there was a pretty big controversy. I mean, this film was made like at the end of the year when this happened. This happened in July, and they made it in '92, same year. So there were a lot of people, you know, angry about it, which in a way I can see where they could be a little upset, family members and stuff, especially the way that this movie is done. You know, they say their motivation was to get the story out there, and yes, it is an amazing story, but they say they weren't in it to cash in. I don't know that I believe that 100%. I think that you were a little bit, and I think it's okay to admit that, but they don't. They say they wanted to get the story out there and somewhat help as a public service announcement for people to be careful. I don't really believe that, but that's what they said. There's also some other interesting things, like maybe why he did it. There's a talk about maybe he was possessed or an evil spirit took him over. Yeah, interesting stuff. Interesting commentary, not really a whole lot about the actual making of the film, but interesting nonetheless. So, Secret Life of Jeffrey Dahmer. If you are into true crime at all, if you are interested in the Dahmer case, or you just want to see a movie that will make you squirm a bit in your seat, check out Secret Life of Jeffrey Dahmer. Thanks for watching. Much more to come in the future. Hope to see you soon.